in Arlington for the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. So the Diamondbacks score multiple runs to take a lead in the ninth. Paul Sewald, 9 for 9 in save chances going in. But here come the Rangers. Ezekiel Duran cuts the lead to 1, and then friend of the program, Jake Berger.
How do you like the burger? Egg on it?
No, I don't.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't.
Over hard,
Really?
though.
Earlier in the game, Jake Berger had a home run, so he's starting to get going. And then Danny Jansen
Pulled his hands in right there.
with the walk-off. The Rangers earned their first walk-off of the year, 6-5. The Diamondbacks' 11 blown lead losses are one shy of the NL lead. Let's go to our top story.
Robert, they got to him.
They did.
Finally.
Christian Walker, solo homer, cuts the lead to 2-1. That's his 10th.
Ungodly facial hair working right
No, it's not ungodly. It's glorious.
I said I loved
Now,
it.
here's something to keep an eye on. Cal Raleigh forced to leave the game. You see him grab his side, and he's been dealing with that. So he is forced to leave the game. They say for precautionary reasons, but something to monitor. And then in the home half, Zach Cole brings in Bryce Matthews, Astros' first walk-off win of the year. They break a 9-game losing skid to the Mariners, 4-3. Cards, A's, Henry Bolt steps in for his first major league at bat. Great name, great moment. Congratulations.
All he does is get knocks. He doesn't make an out.
Bottom of the 5th, Nick Kurtz.
And he fouled the ball off his heel, and
Yes.
it took a second for him to get back. And then that.
And then he goes oppo for a grand slam, 4-1 A's. Zach Geloff gets into the act. A's win
I always think of the guy
6-2.
who did We Are the World when I hear Zach Geloff.
Oh, Bob Geldof. Third career grand slam for Nick Kurtz.
I swear.
Riley Green, Tigers Mets.
Hey, Riley
homer.
Green rakes.
2-run single,
Hit
excuse me.
325. We were talking
Good
about
start
this
to the
Dallas
season.
Sevilla last night.
Bottom of the 7th, Bo Bichette. I like to call this a little duck snort because this is going to fall in, and that ties the game at 2.
I made friends with a duck on my golf course on hole 7.
That's nice.
I named him Champagne Poppy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because
By the way,
he's a Drake. He's
Drake's
a Drake.
new album comes out
Boom.
tomorrow.
Hey.
Carson Binge comes
jumped
up
in my
with a
golf
walk-off
cart.
hit.
The duck.
Earlier in the game, he had an error
What are
out in
you
the
doing
field,
at night?
and he's able to come back and hand the Mets a walk-off win. Marlins twins, Byron Buxton.
2 of them.
His
Both on the
14th
first
of the
pitch.
season. Yeah, that went off Max Meyer of the Marlins, who is a Minnesota kid, able to rally despite giving up the home runs. Buxton again, 15th of the season, cuts the lead to 4-2. And then the X-Man, Xavier Edwards. That's a double. Marlins win 9-5. Xavier Edwards, his first game with 2 extra base hits this season.
2 more home runs for Byron Buxton, each on the very first pitch. Robert just showed you the highlights since the start of play. Home runs April 13th. And there is Byron Buxton at the top of the list. 2 more than Kyle Schwarber. And I feel like we give Byron a lot of love, and you have him in the WBC. But do we give him enough love for the all-out defense, and then the power for days it was
And the
on
all-out
display
base running.
on Wednesday? Every part of his game.
He's a dynamic
He really
player.
is a perfect
Listen,
word.
we forgot about him a little bit because he kept getting nicked up, right?
Yeah.
And that became like his moniker for a split second. But if you've checked the numbers, what did he play, 126 games last year?
30-plus homers last year.
Yeah, with 140 plus an OPS plus of 140, and then he's played 40 out of 43 games this year. I go back. Let me set the scene. I'm still playing in the big leagues. I'm trying to hang on for dear life, working with a bunch of guys in the offseason, and in walks this 16-year-old avatar. That's what he looked like when he walked. If you've been around Byron, you get up on him, it's 6'3", it's gangly, arms and legs of sheer muscle, and he's ripped, flies, has pop, bat speed, everything. And when he's right, he's one of the best players in the game. We're going to walk through it because we talk about all different hitting styles. He's certainly got a unique approach at the plate, and he eliminates the opposite field. So he can go get it. He can play D. He's one of the fastest guys on the bases. And when he's in the box and on a heater, if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter if it's a breaking ball, if it's a fastball, if it's elevated, if it's down, he is able to get to it. So highest position player of WAR over 162 games since the start of 2021. You got Aaron Judge, Corey Seager. These are the game's greats, right? Gunnar Henderson, Byron Buxton, Ohtani at 6.1. Hot change me to slug leaders. Slugging percentage leader since 2024, Aaron Judge, Ohtani, Jordan, Byron Buxton. They're 19 and 24. They're kind of in the middle of the pack in the AL Central, and we take them for granted. But when you put it on nightly, he is always finding barrels. And yesterday he took on Max Meyer. We'll get into it. And the one thing you'll notice, he doesn't wait around. Run that back. Who's on 95 first at bat at their neck? And he's pulling the trigger. Got him. Sometimes you can't teach certain guys. I say that all the time. Sometimes you're just born different. And he is definitely that. Same thing again. 0-0 count, second deck. So he took elevated four-seamer from Max Meyer. And then he takes, and run that back for me and pause it. And then he takes 0-0 two-seamer in and shoots it in the upper deck. One thing that's interesting, I love watching guys side angle. Being around Byron during the WBC, he eliminated a ton of movement. He is not looking for rhythm and timing. This is a guy that's preset into his backside. That front foot goes down to get it out of the way, and he's trying to explode off his backside. But one thing you notice is he has a very subtle, almost like a cock of this back knee, where it engages his back hip. Check this out. Run this slow. Run it back for me one more time. Watch his back knee kind of cave in a little bit to kind of preset it. Right there. Boom. Ready to go. Run it back for me one more time. I promise I won't get caught up here. We talk about this all the time. At the point of contact, you want palm up, palm down, right? Palm up, palm down. And you work on drills, one-arm drills, taking your bottom hand to the baseball for directional, taking your top hand to the baseball to stay through it. But when you're doing this drill at home, try and keep your palm to the sky the entire time. It is not hit to it and roll out of it. If you watch the greats, Mookie Betts, Byron Buxton, it's hit to it and finish with your palm still towards the sky to create path. And that's what he does. Run this. Watch that top hand stay through. Most home runs on first pitches this season, both those pitches were on 0-0 counts. You got Colson Montgomery, you got Byron Buxton. Let's show them. The thing that blows my mind about Byron is who's hitting 0-0 breaking ball and destroying it. But obviously there's some history with Sonny Gray. Maybe he spins him more than another guy, but he was all about it. Logan Gilbert, top of the zone, 0-0 count, bottom five. And these balls are smoked. Again, you think you can go up on him and you can't. He's able to cover all the quadrants, all the different pitches. Check it out. Players to rank in the 90th percentile in barrel percentage and sprint speed. Interested to see Jordan Walker on there with the sprint speed. I didn't know he had that in him. But you got Buxton, you got Mike Trout, you got Jordan Walker. So he catches barrels. He hits the ball aggressively hard. We can get back into the tape, I believe. Parker Messick. I mean, these balls are whistled off the wall. Tight, short. You see Mike Trout. We talk about it. He hits with his abs. Bobby Witt. They almost hit with their abs. Their ball has more carry than you think on TV. I mean, Byron is murdering that baseball, and it doesn't look like it's very difficult for him to get to his top rail swing speed. You see it against Clay Holmes again right there. Slug over 525 versus fastballs and breaking pitches. Handles it all. You got Ohtani, Nick Kurtz, Stanton, and Judge. I know we got a hot change on the elevated heater. This I found interesting. Slugging percentage leaders versus the elevated pitches. So handles the ball up, handles two-seam in, off, handles breaking balls. And you got Judge, Caminero, Langoliers, Pena, and Byron Buxton. And let's end it with a couple homers on breaking stuff. Look at that pitch. That's an 0-2 count. you're protecting and still able to drive the ball out of the yard. Again, breaking ball, middle of the plate. Not easy, dreary night in Cleveland, big wall, left center gap. Cutter goes out and around it and gets it. So he can handle the off-speed stuff, and then I know we got a Dylan Cease elevated heater in this tape. The thing that's crazy to me, that is a pure accident, because when we bring up his spray chart, he is looking to get out and around right there. Nolan McLean threw him a two-seamer in, off, and then went cutter away and drove it out to left field. So let's check out the spray chart real quick. Yeah, he is not trying to work the ball to right center. He is on top of it. But when he's right, he's one of the best players in the game, and he's on a heater right now.
That's great stuff, D-Ro.
My favorite story is when you asked him to be a member of the WBC, and he said, I'm surprised you called, and you said, why? look at the numbers, look at the play.
There are a couple of things I want to clean up. The young man that plays for the Athletics, it's Henry Bolte, my apologies, and it's Bob Geldof was part of Live Aid and Band-Aid. Do they know it's Christmas? Not We Are the World.
My bad.
So,
hey.
Great tape.
Who knew?
But, you know. Okay.
Who was the guy with We Are the World then?
Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie,
Quincy Jones.
I could see where you get Quincy Jones and Bob Geldof confused.
Get out of here. Go to